Hello, and welcome to another update video on Link. Earlier today, I actually covered the weekly chart, the larger time frame. If you're interested in that, check it out. In this video here, I just want to take a look at the shorter time frame because after our member live stream today, I sat down and looked at microstructures, and I added a microstructure for our blue scenario here from this potential wave 2 low in August. So that might help us to determine some and to define some micro support levels. So we want to take a look at that in this video. Currently Link is trading around $25.60. It remains one of the stronger charts, and that's currently in line with expectations, with a potential target of $47 as next milestone target, and with resistance around $31. Yeah. The price recently broke above this $23 level, which has been highlighted as critical resistance before. We had a failed breakout. Basically, we fell back into the range, but now we have made it. And I have to say, this red line is still relevant. That's our signal line around $20.80. When we get below that line, well, that would be our indication that we are starting a larger wave 2. However, with that push to a new high, honestly, it starts to look more like we are going directly to $31 and maybe then also from there to 47. But obviously things can change, and what we need to do is, when we're tracking a trend like that, which is to the upside, we need to understand, when does this trend shift? When can we say that a deeper pullback is unfolding? So like the red line is providing, let's say, a confirmation level that once broken, we should see the market go a little lower in wave 2. But also there is here this upper micro support area, which is a little bit closer to where the price is now, which would offer a first support zone, because now we can say that any break below $22.31 will reduce the likelihood that we're actually already in the next move up to $31. I can say that possibly we're working here on some kind of a diagonal pattern, because in the blue scenario, and this is a scenario that has become more likely due to that upside breakout, we can say we had 3 waves up in wave 1, 3 waves down in wave 2, 3 waves up in wave 3, and we're now basically in the C wave of the third wave, at least in this blue scenario. Yeah, I mean, nothing is set in stone, but for now, the local trend appears up. It's a bit unreliable, because if this indeed is a B wave pullback here, which bottomed on Friday, the 15th, then it's a very, very shallow pullback, that B wave. And therefore, it's not high confidence. There isn't really much structure there to work with. And whenever we're dealing with structures that don't really involve a decent pullback, it's just ambiguous, because, shallow pullbacks are normally wave 4s or maybe some internal structures, but to have that as a B wave here and it didn't even give us a decent pullback, well, it's not very common. So we cannot trust this structure, but for now the pressure is up, especially as long as we're holding here above the $22.31 level. $31 is next resistance. That's the next key level to watch. And against the $22.31 level, that focus can be on higher prices. To be honest, if this nano structure is correct, then we shouldn't even get to $22.31, but the market should hold ideally above $23.70. That's the 50% retracement. But because the nano structure is not very clear, I added this entire set of Fibonacci levels, because technically speaking, this could be a 1-2 setup, and then we do this. So in that case, then the market could go a little lower. So, but it shouldn't go below 22.31. So we have to find a support zone that captures different scenarios. But below 22.31, I think it becomes more probable that the yellow B wave has topped, which obviously doesn't make much sense with that high B wave at the moment. But I would like to see how the Monday, like the normal trading hours, performs, because this might just be because of low weekend volatility. It might have been easier to move the market or whatever. But anyway, Link, the trend remains up, and we keep focusing on higher prices against this support zone. That's the update on Link. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. If you're interested in additional updates, make sure to follow us on X as well. There are additional updates, chart updates, also about Link, larger time frames, smaller time frames. Check it out. The link is in the description and the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.